Oh, there's my mic. Good evening, everybody. Ezel Senpai here. Welcome to 2022. You know, I took a little time to set up, but I didn't even set up my mic, which is pretty funny. It should be alcohol with Senpai. You know, it should. I do have a little thing of Fireball. I keep at my desk. Another time. That'll be another special. Well, welcome to 2022. Ezel Senpai here. Welcome everybody. We're back. We are back from our hiatus. How you doing? Little hiatus, little holiday vacation. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, holiday, New Year's, holidays. Yo, what's going on, dude? And I use dude as a generic term. Please don't cancel me. Can you guys hear the background music? It's chill, right? Not too loud, but not too quiet. And you know, there are things as iced coffees, you know, or decaf at least. Which I have none. So, or just coffee with, you know, I think it was a few weeks ago, I realized that Bushiroad did an actual show. Oh no, don't do that. Well, it's kind of tough for the internet, you know. It's like, you know, right here I just see chat names, so it is difficult. So that's why I think dude should just be a gender neutral term. I think maybe is advocating for coffee at night. God, cancels. You know what? No. Coffee at night's fine. Coffee at night is absolutely fine. Except my wife's just left for work, and I gotta get up at 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, no, I can't can't be having coffee at night. Decaf, sure. Yo, that's debate. It's the boy. Coffee at all is bad, and I will never have a bit of coffee. Oh, well, that's okay. And that is your prerogative, and I support your choices. I support your choices. I like coffee in the morning. My wife actually just got me a bunch of top of the morning coffee from Jacksepticeye. That's pretty cool. So I think for the nighttime ones, I think I was gonna call them hot chocolate with Senpai, but you know, coffee with Senpai is fine. It's fine. The dangers of coffee, for sure. Okay. We have quite a bit to talk about. Holy crap! Today just out. So many reveals. So many good reveals. So many. So I've got a few things that I liked, and I want to point them out. We'll talk about them a little bit. See what you guys think. And for you on YouTube, afterwards. Yo, Teen Titans 333. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So kick back, enjoy just a chill stream. You know, if you're playing games in the background, cool. I'm translating Set 5 news. Nice. So I guess that's the first one to go into. So let's talk about it. Actually, we're going to talk about this. This is beautiful. This is a work of art. The concept of dual nations. I don't care what this card does, but the concept of dual nation cards has me excited in so many ways that I would for sure be canceled if I went into explicit details how excited I felt. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. I'm gonna talk about that here in a little bit. But okay, just so on a premium side, this particular card, whatever ability it has, is playable in 10 clans. Dryden Empire has 5 clans to it. You know, it's got Overlord the clan. It's got Vanquisher. Sorry, it's Kadro, Narukami, Tachis, Muras, and Nubatama. On the Stoicheia side, we've got, you know, Grand Blue, Aqua Force, and then all of Zoom, Magic Colony, Great Nature, and Neo Nectar. So this card can literally be played in Premium in 10 different decks. How is that not exciting? I just hope it's diving. I want them to dive into Extreme Fight, but not... Oh, yeah, okay. Not dive. Yes. I want this to be as close to clan mixing as we can legally get without bending some sort of rule. Assuming Glendios doesn't come out. But if Glendios comes out, then I think it's okay for Glendios. But for dual nation cards like this, yes. Work of art. I don't have any of the other pictures. I didn't bother saving them. But this is a workover. Sometimes... No, it's all good, dude. Yo, it's all good. Sometimes I speak before I think, so I completely understand. Okay, so we got that. So we're talking about Awakening... Oh, wait. What was the... Awakening of Twin Blades? DX, the remix? So set 5. Yes, I'm personally more hyped for cross epic line and dual nation cards more than counters, to be honest. Mostly because I started in G, so Phantom Blaster, Overlord, and Blaster Blade aren't as nostalgic to me. Hey, and that's perfectly understandable. I get that. Trust us. We're like, it's kind of cool to see them, but at the same time. Well, you know, I think enough time's passed to have a little bit of nostalgia trickled in. I think it's fine. But it's just like, did it have to be Blaster Blade? Like, did it really have to be? Like, could we have gotten other ride lines? But, I mean, hey, that's cool. I mean, is Keter getting, like, a Marin? Or a Wingle? You know, that'd be nice. Otherwise, we still have, you know, Blaster Javelin. Oh, dear God. So, I like this. I do like the fact that they're bringing these particular ride lines in. And it's the big 3. It's the OG best 3. And, oh, sweet. Thanks for the follow. It didn't appear, but I got the notification in my ear. Nice. Like I was saying, I like that they're knocking these 3 out. Because I think of the 3 nostalgics, like, this is it. When you talk about Nostalgic Vanguard, like, from someone who's played from the very beginning, this is it. Hopefully next year we can, you know, do better. But I'm happy for it. Honestly, this means that Keter will have 2 decent ride lines that aren't Hexa Orb or Bastion. I'm pretty excited about that, to be honest. Okay, next. Nope. There we go. We're going to talk about the boys with an I. Boys. All right. And these are screenshots from W Slasher's video, so the hell? Hey, no fighting out there. My cats are hissing. It's Dragon with guns, Pandora swordsman, and Dragon with spear. You know, honestly, you kind of just described Bavsadra just together. Yeah, we're hoping to see it. We'll get more information on it soon. But Sacred Twin Beast White Lion. Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When this unit's attack or the attack this unit boosted hits a Vanguard alert, the top 6 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 grade 3 cards with Ezel in their name with different names. Reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle the deck. If you put 2 cards into your hand, choose a card from your hand, put it to soul. This is amazing. Oh, you tweeted at me? Okay, let me check. I'm not saying Grand Ezel isn't brilliant, okay? But you're beating me to the punch. Yes. It is a work of art. So I like this card. It's basically, it's like DK for Astral Poets, but it's an 8K. Well, I think DK is 8K too, but instead of like Astral Poet, it's Ezel cards, which there are plenty of. I like this. I don't know if I'd play it at 4. I think playing it 4 for that particular build makes sense. But play testing, we'll have to see what's up. Hi, Marie. My little kitty just came into the room. Hi, sweetie. Please don't bring in another mouse for me. I still haven't found the one that you brought up for me last time. Hopefully it ran away. I'm a bit scared. We'll get to that concern in just a second. Now we're not talking about bad damages. This card is fascinating. I see it played as a 2 of. I don't see it as a 4 of. I think if a brand new player got into the game, maybe they play it as 4 of, but well, I mean, this card's actually pretty good, even without being in Ezel. But that's pretty good. So continuous. Marie, what are you doing? Okay, you're doing your thing. Okay. So during your turn, this card gets plus 5,000 power for each grade 3 Ezel with a different name in your soul. So in theory, if you have all 4 different grade 3s in soul, this is plus 20. So this is a 29k beater. 34 on Excel too. Marie, what the frick? I put that there to prevent you from doing that. I swear, if you start meowing, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, we're back. So, let's see. I like it. Hitting a whole column can be nice. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And the cool thing is, like, this is actually very useful in Aggravain, believe it or not. Assuming like you're playing different grades, like you're playing the Percival and Aglavale, you have the Edmonds. And you want something like for later turns, Aggravain. This could actually be really cool. And finally, Salvation Line Grand Ezel Scissors. Well, it's nice. I would take it at 1 personally. Just that extra column hitting is pretty cool. So this. At first, I felt very conflicted. Because my original thoughts for this card were to be something that, if it's going to support the other stuff, do it so in a way where, it makes sense. But also, because the VR, reprint, delay, whatever, it's gonna be hard for this card to be a standalone unit. So I want it to be, if it's supporting other Ezels, I at least want to have another skill that can be a standalone unit. And this card threads the needle so well. Jump Ride Blonde. Put one. Put a grade 3. That is, on paper, it's very quick. Absolutely very quick. So let's read it. So acts on Vanguard once per turn. Cost: put a grade 3 Ezel card from your hand into your soul. Choose all the grade 3 cards with Ezel in the card name, not named Grand Ezel, in your soul, and this card gets all the abilities of it until the end of the turn. That's fancy. So keep in mind, you still have to pay costs. You know, so when it attacks, you still pay the counterboss 1 for Raven-Haired skill. You still pay the counterboss 1 for Platinus skill. Blonde's free, so you don't have to worry about that. Then act on Vanguard once per turn. If your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, and your soul has 2 or more grade 3 cards, cost counterboss 1. Until the end of this turn, this unit gets Drive +1, and your opponent cannot activate Vanguard auto abilities. Unlock all of your locked cards. That second skill makes this a very good standalone unit. Like, the first skill encompasses, okay, hey, we're going to give you all the abilities. So in deck building, it's going to be a little tough. But at least the other Ezels that aren't blonde can be, reduced in number, thankfully. Because this is a very later game card, absolutely. But that second skill makes this to where if anybody was just getting into Gold Paladin and they got their split for this, they wouldn't have to worry too much about that first skill. It's that second skill that's really good. And yes, you have to put other grade 3s in soul. That's totally fine. Adlovel can do that too. Adlovel can do that for you. Edmund can do that. You're getting Sagramore. So there's a lot of cheap alternatives to fulfill that second skill cost. So I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy that it is both a good support for the existing units and can be a standalone unit if necessary. It's powerful. It's strong. It is strong. I can't wait. Like, I may actually look into getting like this SP'd out. Like, the high rarity of whatever this is, like, I'm getting it. Like, I will figure it out. I'll figure it out. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. Like, I have my friend Pykel. I'm calling him Pykel. He knows who he is. I've told him his name's Pykel. And like, he calls and I'm like, okay, come on. Just come on. Just say, like, what do you mean? And I'm like, did you not see the reveals? No, why? What'd they do? Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think Sagramore fits here. I'd rather get more Still Circles. Well, okay, so I only mentioned Sagramore because Sagramore is getting reprinted in this set alongside Grand Ezel. So that's fine. It's just a backup. Percivals are very expensive. I don't know how much they are in Japan, but I know out here in America, they're pricey. Percy is pricey. There's the name of the episode. All right, perfect. Percy is pricey. Well, if there's another funny line, we'll use that, but I like that. So deck building with this will be very, very interesting. True, and honestly, the white line is a tech if you can't get Gordo? Oh, Gorbadoc. Gorbadocs have been reprinted too, so they're really cheap to get. And I mean, depending on how easy it is for you to access the Heal Guardians are a heck of a lot. I mean, the Heal Guardians are easier to get than Percivals. So I think you have plenty of grade 3s to make this work that are budget. Like, I was worried about this card being too Ezel specific, because it's like, well, if you're trying to aim this to new players, that's a horrible idea. Ooh, Grand Blue got revealed. Let's see. We're going to take a side. Let's see. It's Kokaida's reverse, right? Let's see. I just see the end. He's just like, why is it spicy? You tell me we didn't solve for being mean. We could have gotten solved for cryptocurrency. What? Let me Garmer, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't see anything on Twitter just yet. It's probably up on the main site. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. Kokai's reverse does sound pretty cool, though. I see discharge for's cost. Twitter is 10 p.m. Oh, well. Well, it's 7 o'clock here, so. Okay. Cool. Let's close this out. I don't really have much else to talk. I wanted to go through those cards, and we did it. Yay! We did it! What else was I going to talk about tonight? Let me double check the tweet. God, I love how much, like, I've been using Twitter, like, reliably this past couple of years. Oh, we're talking about drama. All right, buckle in, folks. We're talking about the over-trigger debate. Okay. So, let me clarify before I oh, what's this? Undead Dragon, Gold Dragon, Act, Bind Zone, Counterblast 1, retire rear guard, choose up to 6 other normal units from your Bind Zone. Return them to the deck, shuffle. If you return 4 or more cards, call this card auto rear guard. When this card attacks a Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, retire 1 other rear guard to choose and retire an opponent's rear guard. Huh. Kokaitis is binding now? Interesting. Okay. So the over-trigger debate. Let me get into that vibe real quick. So, Solemn Vanguard put out a tweet saying, in essence, the over-trigger needs to be banned. It is a big issue, and it is what is holding Vanguard back in a premium sense. He has an opinion. And I thought it was funny that people were piling on him because he had an opinion. Which is like typical internet, right? It's weird. I've had a lot of people, like, I was looking through all the replies, and a lot of them are just like, you know what, you're just so high and mighty, you're not thinking about the casual player. Oh, what about standard? It's okay in standard. And so, and just a whole bunch of other things. So what I did on Twitter, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you guys absolutely should, at Ezel Senpai. I have a poll going on for the next, less than 5 days, I think. And essentially, I'm asking the question, how can we solve this issue? And I gave 4 options. We ban the overtrigger entirely. You ban it only in premium format, which is the one I prefer. There is no problem. There are no overtrigger problems in bossing, say. And the other one is Solemn called me a bad player. called in quotes because people are accusing him, calling them bad players, and he's like, no, I didn't. Now, a lot of people are bashing Solemn because he's rude, high and mighty, arrogant, kind of a dick, an asshole. Okay. But he has a valid opinion. High and mighty? Well, he's a part of a team that that have members that are constantly topping a bunch of events. I'm pretty sure Team WCC took a good chunk of the tops for Bro for both formats. So I'd like to say, and he's even won regional events himself. So I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't say he's earned the right to be high and mighty, but I think he's speaking from a place of experience. If that makes sense. You know, he's topped. He knows the game in and out. He knows the finer details. He knows the nuances. And what he wants is, for premium at least, the players to play at their best ability, bringing the best decks and playing the best strategies. You know, it's we want the best. And, you know, I agree with him. And playing around in Overtrader is suboptimal. Like, yeah, you can play around in Overtrader, but in doing so, you're making yourself lose in the process. You know, one equivalent Pykel brought up was it's like Maxi being at 1, or like Called by the Grave and Yu-Gi-Oh being at 1. It's like at 1, you know, you can get things going, but then all of a sudden, bam, there it is. You're done. And it's not right. You know, I think the player who plays their cards correctly and most effectively with the best strategy, you know, has a better chance of winning. And yeah, Vanguard does have a luck element, and that is a downside to it too. But we can, I don't want to say we can control the luck element, but we can at least influence it with certain card abilities in premium format. We can't necessarily do that in standard. TV, why are you flashing on? I didn't push any buttons. Demons? It's your boy. Maybe my TV's reminding me to play Diamond and Pearl so I can go catch Rotom in the old chateau. Wow, Dokai's reverse does seem interesting. It's fine to exist. I mean, it's Vanguard in the end. Don't we all have all the time the RNG based trigger? So the thing about that is, yes, you are correct that it is RNG with triggers, but it's RNG with one trigger, one that can dramatically change the flow of a game. And, you know, like, it's complicated to say because, you know, I don't want to be offensive, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to be rude, but the nuance is, and I still agree with Solemn. I absolutely still agree that the overtrigger rewards, there's a better way of saying this. Why am I beating around the bush? No, okay, the overtriggers have the potential to reward wins to players who don't deserve it. You know, if I come in with my well-crafted deck and I'm playing as optimally as I possibly can, and an overtrigger comes up and turns the game because luck, it shouldn't be about luck. So, oh, frig, I totally forgot about, forgot to talk about Premium Collection 2022. Damn it. So, we have the potential for new G-Guards, and new strides, and 2 reprints per clan. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yo, Arrow Strike! So, finally able to show up to one of these. Well, I've been on a break for a while, so when Dunani said he wanted to make entry products, make an entry premium product, or a premium, I don't know. I don't know about a premium start deck, because that's no work today's. Nice. Entry. Well, I think the issue with that, I don't think you can do a premium NV entry start deck. I don't think you can. Not effectively. And even if they did, it would be very similar to, you know, the start decks that we didn't get. You know, like Japan got the Blaster Blade and Blaster Dart start decks, which had Alfred and Phantom Blaster reprints with the alternate arts that we finally got, but we never got them. That'd be cool. I think that would be interesting, but it'd be what clan gets it. That's why the nation system's so good, because it's like, oh, 5? Sure. 6? Alright, whatever. But 24? I don't know. I think it would take a lot of work to put together a start deck for premium or V premium. That's why premium collection and clan collections are so good, because it is a product. It's not a deck, but it's a product that you can still buy and you can build your deck from. Some of it might be pricey, some of it, you know, I mean, it depends. But I mean, you're buying, if you get 4 of those boxes, you get 1 of everything, so you get a playset of it all. Pull for decks. Yeah, no, I mean that could work too. But I mean, what more can we do? You know, every time I say that, something happens. So who knows? Who knows? But even when Yu-Gi-Oh did it, do you remember all the scandal that went on with that? There were people like spamming the voting page, buying the votes to swing to one side or the other. And even when they did, because the Japanese polls, exactly. I know Ian build the card, yeah. So, you know, even still, I don't know. It seems odd. I have to correct you. We got the arts. We did get them. We did get them eventually. Yes. Eventually. Well, I remember there was some kerfuffle about that. Make a new card, and then that new card ended up being garbage for Inzectors. Rip. So again, it's kind of tough to, you know, introduce a start deck for the previous formats without like a set plan. You know. It's just so the overtrigger again. The overtrigger, I think, like my personal opinion, not in premium, just not in premium. You know, but the funny thing, it was very it was, but it was also in a start deck. Remember? So. I just think that overtriggers in premium shouldn't be a thing. If you want to keep playing it casually, sure, go for it. I'm not telling you what to do. Like, this is from the competitive side, the ones who are actually going to these events, playing online, or trying to, you know, go to the World Championship. You know, this is for them. And just ban the overtrigger from premium. You know, I think that's fine. You know, we have less. It rewards, you know, that way, you know, the good players get rewarded for, actually deck building and coming up with interesting strategies. Rather than, oh, hey, there's an overtrader. Oh, I get to go for the kill next turn. Or, oh man, I would have died if I didn't get that overtrader as a 5th heal. Oh. Or, well, or the players who depend on getting their overtrader as a win condition. Which, I'd argue, no, I mean 5th heal, like as a 5th heal trigger. But yes, same situation. You are, yes. As a 5th heal trigger. On a 6 damage. Yes. That is correct. Bennett and Premium? Standard? Hey, go for it, please. In Standard, what I hope is that they come out with new overtriggers. Brand new ones. Ones that give different abilities. Like add a little spice, a little variety to each nation. Oh hey, you got the Dragon Empire one that restands the Vanguard. Cool. What if this overtrigger, still gives 100 mil, you draw a card, whatever, but it does something else. It's kind of sad, but I'd put the overtrigger out of Premium. I really don't have a problem with them. I just don't like that crying overall. But Standard, they have to exist. That's the OD. Yeah, exactly. Now, please keep in mind, I'm not crying about it. I'm just trying to give my point about it. I mean, I still need to record that video. Me and my friend Tim, we're gonna do a premium fight, and we're playing with 16 overtriggers because we're mad lads, and we're gonna do that eventually. Eventually, we're gonna do that. We'll see how that goes. But I mean, I think in a premium sense, because premium is basically the equivalent of a healthier modern Yu-Gi-Oh, if that makes sense. And I know that might sound insulting. I know. I don't like comparing it to Yu-Gi-Oh either, but the competitive nature of it. But also healthy because there's a wide variety of decks. It's just an issue. It's just, hey, an overtrigger you can't use? That's fine. Standard? Go ahead, have it. It's cool. Go for it. That's because that's part of the over. Side note, get me another G-Guard interruption for premium for Naru's, and I'd be a happy camper. Well, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? No, I don't mean you specifically. I mean a big part of the community. That's what I see. Oh yeah, no, I got you. I get you on that. But I'm also trying to like, because okay, so from there, from Salim's tweet, and then the responses from the like his explanation long tweet. Like from the original tweet, everybody was going at him like, well, what about the casual players? Why are you going to punish them? Are you going to make these decks illegal now? Or what are you trying to do, without seeing that this is more of a premium problem rather than an overall problem? Because honestly, and then, so I asked also on Twitter, if you're not following me on Twitter, you absolutely should, at Senpai. I asked for science reasons, for those who were playing Overdress Standard, casually, what is preventing you from actually playing more competitively? And I have a few of the responses here. Give me just a moment. That's right, Deku was already in Vanguard. I totally forgot about that. He's a starter. Okay. So I'm not gonna like read their names or anything. I'm just gonna call out some of the interesting responses. It's more that the time between releases leads to an environment that is often solved before being released. And then 3 months of staticity while waiting between releases. Toss Overtrader atop a lack of proactive innovation to adjust between releases. You got to motivation. Okay. No one plays Vanguard in my town anymore. Time. Being a parent, husband, and trying to do other things keep me from sitting down and studying the meta and stuff. Okay. The anime. Okay. Nothing. Cool. V Premium. I got too used to that format's early game anti-rush tools on top of D having no natural 10k shields. Okay. Haven't invested time or money even playing any of the higher powers, or decks at higher power, despite owning 5 out of 6 start decks. Still interested in Babsadra, but not as far as to go to locals or anything. And I never said Vanguard seriously. Money. Just don't want to. Let's see. As someone who just got into more competitive scene because of 2021, I was able to join a team, and I can truly say the Overtrader ruins all competitive, hard-fought fights games away. But hey, it's a part of the game now. I don't take D competitively because of the way the decks are supported, released, and questionable decisions like Grade 1, Defense Reduced, and Persona Ride. Let's see. Translation should be up soon, hopefully. I can no longer take Overdress seriously after someone lost with a full Nirvana deck against the ABP starter deck? ABP. Oh, Aurora Battle Princess. But in all seriousness, I like playing Overdress competitively because of how simple it is and how cheap the cards are. I don't think there's a big margin between competitive and casual play in Overdress. I'm bad at the game. The lack of cards for each nation and how the decks seem to run out of cards too quickly. So again, these are just some tweets or replies from what I've seen. And look, I think it all can kind of boil down. Like, there's a bunch of other factors, like, you know, one person had a family life. That's understandable. Completely get it. And the anime didn't make you want to play competitively. Totally understandable. You have no one to play with. That's completely understandable. Let's see. And, you know, just the release schedule is off too. Okay. And these are valid points. You know, and then we got the ones where it's like, I'm bad at the game. Well, okay. And then there's one here that says the game doesn't hold value. Even high rarity cards are, you know, at like $15 or something. I'd like to be able to bling out my deck to show off $400 to $700. Even boxes mostly ned you unless you pull a DSR. Again, that's still, yeah, I know. We're back in 2014, right? Cocytus Reverse, that was set 13, right? Yeah. Chaos Breaker just came out. No, I just don't want to. So yeah, you know, like a lot of these are understandable, but I also think these sort of opinions, you know, I don't know. I think originally when I tweeted this, I wanted to draw some sort of correlation between the Overtrader and casual play. And, you know, now that I'm doing this, I think it's there. I just am having a brain fart and can't. So maybe someone in the comments or you guys in the chat can draw the connection that I'm trying to make, but apparently I can't make it myself. You know, because in the poll, people are talking about the Overtrader, and there's a lot of people talking about casual play. But, you know, I mean, casual play is great. Don't get me wrong. And it's like, hey, do what you want. But Solemn's point isn't for a casual audience. Keep that in mind. It is for the competitive audience, the ones who want to do better. It's not saying that they're better people, that because there's the distinction. It is for players who want to get better, players who want to aim higher, who want to, go top 8, or, become Mr. Bubble Man, or Bubble Woman, or Bubble Person. And I mean that respectfully. Bubbles. Where's that whiskey at? Should I? No. I'll just have my sparkling lemonade. So it's for those who want to do better, who want to aim higher, play to the highest caliber. And in that mindset, I agree. I agree with Psalm 1,000%. And, people got offended. Okay. Well, I mean, who doesn't get offended nowadays? Right? But that's the reality is, Solemn is a highly competitive player. And I see myself as a competitive player too. Yeah, I can play casually as well. I mean, I'll play whatever. But for regionals, I want to do good. I want to do my best. And if getting turned around by an overtrader prevents me, or if I end up stealing a game because of an overtrader, I'm gonna feel bad about it. It's just because that's not through skill that you win by an overtrader. That's luck. And I don't think it's cool to win by luck, if that makes sense. I mean, it's cool, you're lucky. But then it's like, like when you finally win and people talk about the match, or if it's featured or something, and you won because you got that overtrader. It wasn't because you won skillfully. You won because you got the overtrader. So just I think people's mindsets need to be a little more open. And respect that people do have different views. Of course. And if there's a view that isn't for you, then it isn't for you. And that's okay. It's okay to disagree with somebody. It's okay. We're human. And if you're playing suboptimally to play around an overtrader, well, maybe you just gotta do what you gotta do. Or, again, just premium format. Not a lot of people play premium format anyway. I mean, we are expecting more players over 2022 because Premium Collection 2022, Hidani blessed us with a great, ban list. We got some interesting rule changes, and, Premium does look fun, and it is inviting. It absolutely is. It's just that overtrigger. Maybe Nightmare Doll Jenny. But it's that overtrigger that needs to be addressed, at least be addressed. If it's not banned from Premium, then at least Bushy needs to be aware of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's okay to disagree. This is how we advance as a civilization. We come together, two opposing sides or multiple opposing sides. We talk about things, and we see if we can, meet in the middle. It's a compromise. And I think Vanguard is a game where we can compromise certain aspects for the betterment of the game. We can compromise losing the clans to get a nation system. Overall, it's still a good chunk of cards, but a bigger nation identity rather than clan identities. We can compromise. Oh yeah, this is 3,000 years in the future, but we'll sprinkle in some Blaster Blade, because why not? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy Blaster Blade is back. I think that's cool, but at the same time, I just think. So let me ask you guys this, because I brought this up before, and I still want to gauge your, thinking about this. So an encounter product that's like Clan Collection, where you get 4 of every card, or you get 1 of every card. If you buy 4 boxes, you get play set of everything. This would be for standard. It's for Overdress. It would have 24 brand new ride lines. So a starter, 1, 2, and 3, and 3 cards for support. Kagero and Shadow Paladin would get the reprints. I guess now Royals would get that reprint too. Just keep things even and fair. But each of the new ride lines would be some element of a clan. So like Stoichea would be getting like a Musketeer ride line, a Giraffe ride line, or a Machining ride line, or Great Nature would get like an Isabel ride line, or Leopold. But aren't you just trying to make up something so you can get a Blonde Ezel in standard? Yes. Yes, I am. Let me have this. But I think having a product like that would help bridge a gap between not just more people playing Overdress, but people who want to play premium but don't have like the VR cards. This could be a good solution to alleviate a lot of those issues. Maybe. So something easy. It creates a lot more variety, and like the 3 additional cards for each ride line would be like semi-exclusive. So it would be cards that work benefit with that ride line, but also can be used generically. I mean, that's what I think. And I honestly would take Overdress a bit more seriously in that case. Like, I have my Bastion deck. I got my Bastiodon. And, it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't like its playstyle, but I do enjoy it. And I wish that the only other deck... Like, Hetzorbs did too, don't get me wrong. Hetsorb is pretty good. But I wish that there was more of a playstyle that clicks with me. And I think a lot of people go through this too. And maybe that's why I'm not playing Overdress as competitively as I would be V Premium or Premium format. And like, there are a lot of good cards coming out. Bavsadra is definitely a popular thing. A couple people at my locals were making deals for the deck, and I'm like, wow, does the shop have them? No, we had to go someplace else. And I'm like, damn, maybe I'll pick one up. Yeah. I don't know. I think if the Overtrigger was banned in Premium, that'd be fine. Because, I mean, for the players who are casually playing Overdress, you're not going to go play Premium. Not unless you see something that's very fascinating. Or if 2020 or Premium Collection 2020 gives us, like something like good that you can be like, oh, Nirvana Premium, let's go. Or Timely Bruce, or Bastion with Percival, or just whatever the case is. I think the players who are playing Overdress even competitively as well may fiddle with V Premium or Premium. Or if they don't, then they don't. That's fine. The Overtrader debate doesn't apply to standard players, because that's part of their game. But I think in Premium format, we don't need it. We don't. It is a great universal tool. It is. It is. At the same time, though, I don't think that this is a tool that we need right now. Maybe later in the future, maybe a year or two from now. Like if they were to ban the Overtrader in April, from Premium format, maybe in a year or two they could add something, some sort of support or whatever, and be like, oh, yeah, there you go, have an Overtrader back. Or what? Like another thing I noticed in Solemn's tweets was people trying to come up with alternatives for an Overtrader. So instead of 100 mil, it's just 100,000 with a 5k shield or 50k shield. It's like it's watered down Overtrader. And I think if you were to do that, it would have to be a premium exclusive Overtrader. But what's stopping us from playing the busted Overtrader unless the busted normal typical Overtrader gets hit? But even then, it's like you're banning one issue to give us a watered down version of it. Didn't Yu-Gi-Oh do that before with the multiple pot cards? You'll never give us Pot of Greed again, but you will definitely give us Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Desires, Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Avarice, Jar of Greed, Jar of Avarice. Did I say Desires? I said Desires, I think. And I don't want Bushy to have to do that. Okay. Okay, I think I ranted on quite a bit. That my take on it, ban it in Premium. Let Overdress enjoy it. And casual players, do whatever the hell you want. Solemn is speaking from a highly competitive part of the game. And that might not apply to you if you're a very casual player. And that's okay. That's okay. Again, he might be rude or arrogant or a dick, high and mighty, but I think that that's okay. Not everybody has to be family friendly. He has that aggressive voice. He's gonna tell you what's what. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. Like if there's an issue, he's gonna say, like, hell, I had trouble saying things. I'm not going to be calling people bad players because I don't know them personally. But I get where he's coming from and I agree with it. So just be mindful of it, Don't be attacking somebody because they have an opposing opinion. Take a step back. Maybe try to understand it. Because isn't that what we all want? Is understanding? Profound asshole, Senpai. Philosophy class with Senpai. Huh. Pretty soon it'll just be, Ezel Sensei. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on this first of probably a few coffees with Senpai at night. I hope you guys enjoy your time, relax, have a drink responsibly if you're old enough. Don't think too hard. Be kind. Be understanding. As always, be safe, be humble, wear your face mask. Oh damn, I picked a bad time to get in here. Oh, well, do you have a topic for me to talk about? Because I just got done talking about my thoughts on the Solemn Vanguard Overtrader drama. So you have a quick topic. What do you want to talk about? I've already talked about Ezel. I've talked about set 5, the Dual Nation cards. I think we should ban only one trade. I like that idea. You know what? I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that the Ligma trigger. Oh, that gives me good ideas. That I'll keep that in mind. That'll be another project. Premium video. I like that. I like that idea. It's gonna be weird, but it'll be interesting. Premium speculation. Well, I mean, there's not really much to speculate. I mean, the things that are good are good. There's potential for a lot of other things to be good. Origin Deity Uranus is $30 apparently. For no, like, aside for the reason that it's a VR. Where golds could evolve next? Can a new Ezel be made, or should other units be featured in future? Okay, that's a good topic. Thank you. Where can golds evolve next? Huh. That one's interesting. I'm not quite sure where. Like, there's probably a couple directions we can go. Yes, I'm talking about the Overtrader. You missed it. Long story short, I agree with Solemn. He comes from a place of better understanding in the competitive nature of it, and for the higher competitive audience. And those who were offended by it seem to be in the casual audience, and that's okay. It doesn't apply. Yes, Alm might be a jerk, but he speaks from experience and expertise. So I agree with Alm 1000%. Ban the Overtrader from Premium. That's my thought. Gold Paladin. I don't know if a new one can be made. Like, deep down, I want a new one to be made. But it would have to be something very unique. Now, we just had Grand Ezel. Grand Ezel got revealed today, and I think that's threading the needle quite a bit when it comes to supporting previous Ezels and possibly being a standalone unit. I don't know how a new Ezel would work out, but I'm open to the idea. Gold Paladin as a clan, where can it go? Before I answer that, should other units be featured in future sets? Yes. I honestly, I've talked to my buddy Chris the internal, Vanguard Wonder, about this, and he's like, yo, I want Aichi's Liberators to come out, and I'm kind of like, I don't want that to happen, because I like that there's the distinction between Aichi's Royal Paladins and generic or other Gold Paladins. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll talk about that in just a sec. I don't know, like, I think a Garmor retrain would be very interesting, but we've already bounced to Bluish Flame. Now, I mean, there's a couple different directions they can go. I, for one, would like to see a new unit. If not that, then sure, we can get Gancelot Zenith, Blasterblade Liberator, and Liberator Marin. I see that happening. Do I want it to happen? Not really. But if there were no other choices and they couldn't make something new, then sure. That's the fallback. The Garmor, and if it ends up being like Liberator Garmor, it's gonna have to be worded just right. You know, it's got to be able to be generic enough to work. And even if it requires like Liberator stuff, I think that can work in Premium as well. But the issue is, if it's Liberator specific, there aren't a lot of Liberators out there. There's, you know, 1, 2. We got the 3 that just came out. Estrad doesn't count anymore. So there's like 5 Liberators right now. I mean, if they had 3 more, that's cool, but that's not gonna work with the theme. So again, I think a Garmor Liberator would be interesting and welcome, but I think it would benefit more in Premium if that be the case. Oh, Chrome Jailer. It's a throwback. It is an absolute throwback. But Chrome Jailer Dragon. It was used alongside with Spectral Duke, I think. It's a pretty good card. It was good. But I think that eventually we're going to get to a point in V where we're getting new grade 3s. And I hope that happens. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see an Ezel reverse. But at the same time, and if we're playing What If, that makes sense. Loki, I want to retrain of Tempest Bolt. Hell yeah. I'd like Chrome Jailer. Yeah, Chrome Jailer. Chrome Jailer's cool. I want more V-cards. Me too. And I liked how we're going with this. 5 cards instead of... Wait. 5 new cards instead of 3 per set. Well, Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2 gave us 4 cards. 4 brand new cards. And 3 reprints. So 5? I mean, yeah. I mean, what else are they going to What if? I don't play V anymore, but I think would be cool to make new units, to be honest. An idea for more elemental knights. Ooh, we have bluish flames. That's water. So maybe fire, wind, and earth elemental knights. Okay, alright. That's... Oh. Ooh. Like, what if... hang with me on this one. We had a set of Liberator cards, but they had an elemental variant to them. Like Teen Titan 333 pointed out, you know, we have bluish flames, that's fire. What if like Garmor was like an earth liberator? Or I don't know. I like the idea. 3 new cards, and then they want then 2 support cards. Maybe, yeah, okay. For example, for machining Beat Atlas, 2 other machinings, and then 2 other cards like Cradle and 1 Stun. Yeah. I kind of feel like we'll get to the point where for clan collections, the reprints should be Heal Guardians, Draw PGs, and Grade 3 Searchers. Maybe foil starters. Do you think they need to rework some of the ways rulings with gifts work? Like you can gain a gift from writing once per turn, or sell 2 could draw are some more once per turn. my buddy Pykel is like, well, L2 should just be you either choose the 5k power and stick with that choice, or you get the draw. You don't get both. He's gonna love that I talked about him so much. I don't know. I don't know if there needs to be. Couldn't draw more than I think. If they wanted to go like a rewrite route with certain cards for itself lands, like Vanquisher, like it does gain an extra one, but because of how Full Bronto works, it's like, oh, you can't gain any more, or you can't gain one when you ride this. No, I don't want an XL3. No, it's L2 because it's L1, which is like, no. And original XL1 dies. But then you have to come up with type 3s for everything. And I don't know if type 3 is something you want to work with. I don't know. I just think that better, well-designed... No, it's... Yes, Full Bronto does that, but on Full Bronto's text, when you go back into Vanquisher, normal Vanquisher, it says you don't gain the other marker. I doubt it'll happen, but one thing that would make me play the format again is an evolved Gauntlet Buster. Gauntlet Buster is... Gauntlet Buster is hella good right now. Like, Gauntlet Buster is amazing. Like, he works very well with Dreadnought Descendant in V Premium because, Descendant just copies the skill. But Gauntlet's really good. Just doesn't gain a marker when you rewrite from Soul. Exactly. That's what I meant. But Gauntlet Buster is really, really good. I think Gauntlet Buster, depending on what your matchup is, I still think it's really good. But that's because I'm an Excel player who foolishly, superior with a bunch of Excel circles with nothing on them and got 5 critted turn 3 on a Gauntlet Buster. So, I still feel Gauntlet Buster's really good. Better than Vowing. Although Vowing's pretty good. But it adds a lot of pressure with Descendant. Transport and Seal Dragons. Yeah, no. I want Transport to come back too. No, we kept it going. Alright, we kept it going. Yeah, I would have loved to see that in person. Right. So, Gold Paladin, didn't know he was still viable after Vowing Sword. Thanks, didn't know that. Yeah, no, like, from what I've seen of Eradicators in V Premium, it is still mostly Descendant based, but Gauntlet and Vowing are still there as options. Like, if you're playing against Excel, Nidmen would be really cool. If you're playing against an Excel clan, Gauntlet's really good. Like, Gauntlet is like the anti-Excel card. But I think for the other matches, for the other markers, for the other gift types, Vowing works. An admin support would be really cool. Yeah, no, they are. They're decent. They're good. I mean, I still have my descendants for the most part, but kind of waiting. Do I finish it? Do I not? That is the game we play. But where can Gold Paladin go? I mean, we have Spectral Dudes that can restand. We have Percival that gains extra markers. We have Ezel that does superior riding, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Adravane calls out a whole bunch of cards and just gains soul. It's a self-barrow, basically. Gurdruid is probably the closest thing to it being as close to its original version as possible. With extra stuff. I don't know. Maybe more Liberator support. Maybe. Or, you know, if an Edmonds do come, want effect somewhere like that could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know what an Edmund can do. I think it would probably just be the 3, so it'd probably just be the ride chain, the normal ride chain. Then maybe it could interact with Laurel. Maybe that'd be cool. Something to think about. If Bushy doesn't give me brawlers in the next wave, I'm gonna riot. You know, yeah. I kind of feel like there's no reason. Well, hold on, wait. We're getting Dundery. Okay, Dundery. That was the other thing we were going to talk about. I think Liberator support now would be nice since the anime and V's over and they don't want to conflict with Aichi's unit. Yeah, exactly. I don't want them. I don't think they will conflict with Aichi's because Aichi's Royals. You know, they've made that blatantly clear. And I'm okay with that. I would like a Gold Paladin, you know, Liberator card that has a retire skill. That would be nice. Something that could be generically used. That'd be perfect. Even if it's got like one of those abilities like called by an ability. Dundery. Dundery is we're gonna have to wait and see about Dundery. Because if it is 17k with triple drive, we have to wait and see, because obviously they're trying something new with Dundery. Add to crit? What the hell? They're just trying to cause a bunch of players emotional damage. Play Dundery and be like, I will send you to Jesus. I'm guessing you need to get rid of cards from your bind zone. Yeah, probably. So I think that's how Dundery played before. But if it works on binding cards of your own, oh dear God, that could interact with Vanquisher. Oh dear. Dear sweet Jesus. Mother of Cray, what the hell have you done? What's a good resource if not good at deck building V-decks? Okay. So for V premium deck building, there's not a deck depository for V premium, unfortunately. I gotta think about that one. I would say, in terms of V premium, if you're looking for how does one make a deck depository, I got like 10 because Solemn did it, so I don't know. You know, unless you set up some sort of blog or something. I don't know. I know Solemn made the deck depository for premium format for Zero Damage Gaming. So I don't know. I had a buddy fight blog. Nice. Time to cry. Aww. There was somebody, I saw it on Twitter, someone had pointed out that dual nation cards are very similar to the double world cards in Buddy Fight, dual world cards. And I'm just like, wait, but we have dual clan. We did it first. But the impact of it was. So I think the best resource when it comes to building V premium decks, depending on what you're looking for. I know Yellow Card Vanguard did a series where he built a deck from everything from Clan Collections Volume 3 and 4. The ones that... Or no, 1 and 2. Excuse me. 1 and 2. And talked about like certain combo aspects, recommended cards. And then at the end of the series, he did a winners and losers of Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2. So I would recommend going there. Yellow Card Vanguard. Look it up on YouTube. And he did a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully it's something that is coming out or has already been out. I don't know if he'll do one for 3 and 4. But maybe when things get confirmed, that'll be cool. Well, it also comes down to what are you interested in? Like, what clans are you interested in trying? Because that's something you gotta ask. Is what are you interested in? You mentioned Naru's, right? You mentioned Gauntlet? Yeah, you mentioned Gauntlet, so I'd imagine you're interested in Narukami. I would just be upgrading a deck I have with V Collection. Yeah, there you go. That's probably the easiest thing to do. And a lot of the cards are pretty cheap. Like, they're pretty affordable. So, there you go. Maybe I'll ask and see if they'd be interested in doing a V Premium deck depository. Just something to get started with. You know. But yeah, I guess that's it. Was there anything else I needed to talk about? So talked about drama. I agree with Solemn 100%. You know, it's a difference of opinion. He's only talking about the players who want to, you know, play at, you know, higher level events to, you know, pros, you know. I'm gonna just have one of my favorite clans and upgrade Gauntlet Buster. Nice. Okay. Did we ever talk about? Yes. Yes. We talked about at the very beginning. We talked about DBTO5 and how we got a bunch of encounter cards. I'm calling it Awakening of Twin Blades DX the remix. 99.5. Swifty. And the Dual Nation cards. The Dual Nation cards, I'm so hyped for those. Like, I'm excited. Like, the prospect of Dual Nation cards is so cool. But yeah, no, I guess that's it. That's it. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll try to end this again. Thank you guys so much for joining in the chat. Welcome to 2022. Things are interesting, as they always are. Keep an open mind. You know, a lot of people are thinking, have so many different ways of thinking. And if you see someone that has an opinion that you disagree with, maybe take a step back and figure out why they have that opinion, rather than attack or automatically disagree. You know, communicate and understanding. Those are important things in life. And I guess with that, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow on Twitter. Check out the links in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. I do have the Patreon. If you are ordering cards for Clan Collection Volume 3 and 4, or if you're putting in for yourself for Set 4 for Overdress, you can go to 50cards.shop and use my promo code Senpai to get yourself a nice discount. Same discount can be applied for Zero Damage Gaming, for really high-end playmat. It's a nice discount too. And there's a Patreon, but I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. You do what you want. All right, you guys have a great night. Stay safe. Stay humble. Please wear your face masks. If now more than ever. And also now more than ever, please, please, please go get vaccinated. You guys have a good night. Peace.